Hello everyone, Charles Watts here, the Arsenal correspondent at Goal, joining you on a lovely sunny Monday, the day after England got their Euro 2020/2021 campaign off to a winning start. Great day that was yesterday, enjoyed that in the sunshine, watching it with some mates in the pub. A little bit fragile today after that, so apologies if I stumble my way through this one a little bit. But yeah, lots of fun out of yesterday. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves as well. And as I thought it's a Monday start of the week, why don't we do one of these, my Q&As? It's been a while, I haven't done one of these for a while, so I thought instead of just the usual video, I'd do a Q&A and we could have a little chat for 20 minutes or so, just talking about how you guys feel ahead of, as the summer's progressing, about, you know, whatever you want. Fire in some questions, I'll try and answer them as I can. And we'll just have a little bit of Arsenal discussion for a while. Cheers, Mo. We'll have some Arsenal discussion for a while, as just to fill some time on your Monday if you're having your lunch right now. So please do. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. Just start getting your questions in, and we will. We'll have a go and see what we can come up with. I did see someone there asking about Philip Coutinho. Coutinho, this happens every summer or every transfer window. Arsenal seem to be linked with Philip Coutinho. I certainly haven't heard of anything to do with that in this transfer window that Arsenal are looking at. Coutinho, he's a player that they've been linked with, like I said, several times, and each time I always get word that it's not happening, and I doubt there's anything different this summer, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I certainly haven't heard anything at the moment. Oh, lots of questions coming in. It's impossible to keep on the top of these. Let's have a look. Who would you keep, Eddie or Balogun, says Suresh. I would absolutely keep Balogun. Arsenal are going to keep Balogun. He signed his new contract, so he's not going anywhere, certainly on a permanent basis anyway. He might well go out on loan this summer, which I know quite a few of you don't really want to see, but I do think that with Balogun, now Arsenal aren't in Europe, you know, what's going to be better for him? Sitting on the bench all day, all game, you know, getting the odd minute here or there, or going out and playing somewhere regularly for the full season and coming back next summer. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out on loan, but I haven't been told anything's close with that yet at the moment. Someone asking, I didn't see the name was there, asking about the Ben White, saying why. I explained that in the last video that I did, looking at the White situation, and the reports are out there from David Ornstein at The Athletic. And I don't really understand some of the negative reaction to White. I understand, I'll rephrase that. In terms of White, I think that would be a good signing. I like White. I think he'd be a top signing for Arsenal. I really do. I can understand why there is a lot of people questioning whether Arsenal should be spending £50 million on someone like White. But I think you've got to take the transfer fee out of it for now, because I'm not necessarily sure Arsenal would spend that on him anyway. That's certainly what Brighton might want. Whether Arsenal would actually spend that, we'd have to wait and see. And there is the option of potentially adding some players into the mix to do that sort of thing. But just in terms of actual player, I think Ben White would be a very, very good signing for Arsenal. Someone asking about Donny van der Beek. I can't give anything on Donny van der Beek, unfortunately, out of my own information, because I've not been told anything about that. So I've seen rumours of it. I can't imagine there's much in it. I'd be very, very surprised, but that's just me on a sort of talking on a hunch there. I haven't actually got any information on whether Arsenal are actually interested in Donny van der Beek. I'm not sure Man United would give him to Arsenal in the first place. So yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Someone asking about Matt Ryan. I know he's certainly who's that? Sakaya asking about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan certainly has a chance of coming back to Arsenal next season. Literally everyone that you speak to about Matt Ryan at Arsenal is so impressed at how he handled himself while he was here. He did his job when he was called upon in terms of on the actual pitch, but off it as well, and on the training ground, he was an absolute professional. Everyone really, really loved him while he was here. And Arsenal would be keen on getting him back next season. But you got to look at it from Matt Ryan's point of view as well. He only played a couple of games while he was here. Does he want to sit on the bench and be a number 2 at Arsenal, or does he want to look and go and play regularly somewhere next season? So he's got to weigh up a few options this summer. Talk to Brighton and work out what he's going to do. But I certainly wouldn't rule out Matt Ryan coming back to Arsenal. people talking about Rodrigo de Paul there. Yeah, I've seen the interest. I've seen the speculation on him. Whether Arsenal are in for him, I'm afraid I don't know. I've not had it confirmed yet, so I can't really put my own information on it. I've basically seen what everyone else has seen at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see. Basuma, the interest is there in Basuma. I've reported on that before, but I'm not been told that anything is close with Basuma when it comes to Arsenal or anything like that, or anything's really moved forward in the last however long. It's just a player that Arsenal have been watching, but so do plenty of other clubs across Europe, not just England, Europe. So whether he'll end up at Arsenal, I really don't know. I'd love him to end up at Arsenal because I really like his Basuma. I think he's fantastic. I've been really impressed watching him this season. I think he's exactly sort of player that Arsenal need to improve, but whether they actually go and sign him, we'll have to wait and see on that. Who will be our number 10? I didn't see just ask that question. That's an interesting one. Who takes the number 10 this season? Will it be a new signing? Will it be promoted from within? Can Emil Smith-Rowe? Will he get the number 10 shirt? I don't know. Will Martin Odegaard, if Arsenal sign him? We'll have to wait and see. Now, Arsenal, as I've reported plenty of times, and everyone else has reported as well, absolutely still want to bring Martin Odegaard back to the Emirates next season. Whether that is going to happen really remains. It really depends on Real Madrid. So we'll have to wait and see on what Madrid do. Will they decide to send Odegaard out, or can Arsenal get him back on another loan? You don't think Odegaard wants to go back anywhere on loan. He wants to get his future sorted one way or the other this summer. He's said it himself. He doesn't really want to go out on loan again. He either wants to go back to Real Madrid or potentially leave somewhere and get settled and really start his career, because he can understand he's pretty nomadic at the moment going out on loan. So could Arsenal afford him? As I've said before, it's going to be difficult. Neves would be a top signing, someone said there. Again, I've been a little bit surprised at a lot of the negative reaction to the Neves stuff. I think Neves is a really good player. I think it may be because he's very like for Granit Xhaka, and people thinking if you want to really improve, you want to go out and get a different type of player to Granit Xhaka. But I think Neves, his numbers are decent. I think it'd bring a goal threat to midfield that perhaps is not there at the moment. Certainly for those central midfield options. I think he's very decent on the ball. Defensively, he's good as well. When you look at his numbers, he wins the ball back at a very good rate, tackles well, and I think he'd be a good sign in 24. Plenty of room to improve there. High ceiling for Neves. So it's another one that I wouldn't be totally against. A lot of you asking about Sabitzer again. This seems to be one that's doing the rounds on social media at the moment. I've not heard there's any substantial interest or anything like that from Arsenal in Sabitzer. It's not a name that's been said to me. It's just seems to be something that people are talking about on social media a lot, and the fact he could be available and he potentially wants to leave Leipzig. It looks a lot of time like Tottenham might end up getting Sabitzer. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the case now, given the changes that have happened there at the moment. But in terms of Arsenal, it's not something I've heard of at the moment. Just see, so someone was asking about Ben White there. I just want to see. So Mohamed says Ben White is going to be an amazing signing as a CDM who drops between the CB. Xhaka used to do the same on the left side. Yeah, so that's an interesting one. Someone talk there about interesting take on Ben White there. I think he's a very decent player. I've been really impressed with him, and I think he'd be a good signing for Arsenal. Someone there. Sorry, these are flashing by so quickly. I can't even see the names. Salil. Was that Salil? Let's have a look so I get the name right. Sahil asked anything on Onana. There's not really been much of a movement in terms of Arsenal on Onana since the verdict last week came out. Still waiting to hear whether Arsenal will firm up their interest in Andre Onana. There are other clubs involved, as you would imagine. Certainly since this verdict has been given, everyone's sort of getting in touch now. Ajax have made it clear that he can go this summer, so plenty of interested clubs, not just in England but around Europe, knocking on Ajax's door, talking to Onana's people to find out the situation. So you feel like if Arsenal are going to really push this one forward, then they're going to have to do it pretty quickly. It's a big decision to make though. It's not an easy one. The fact that you'd have to miss the first 3 months of the season certainly complicates things, but the latest is on him that Arsenal haven't really firmed things up yet and really moved their interest on since that verdict came in, but we'll wait and see. And if I do hear anything about it, I'll be the first to report it to you. Someone asking there, why are Arsenal not selling players? I was speaking to someone today, an agent, and I was speaking to him about the market, and he said the market is only really just beginning to move into gear at the moment. He says there's lots of cat and mouse out there, and the lack of money doing the rounds is certainly complicating things at the moment. Sorry, you're going to hear my washing machine beeping for probably the next couple of minutes now because it's just finished. And yeah, he was talking about the market and saying it is pretty complicated just because no one's got any money. Certainly outside the Premier League, no one's got any money, so things are moving really, really slowly. And in the Premier League, where there is a little bit of money mulling around, there's very, very much cat and mouse because the selling clubs want to get as much as they possibly can. The buying clubs obviously don't have much money, so they want to get their players for as least as they possibly can, and it's all just making things stagnate a little bit at the moment and not really moving. But he did say that there was a sense within the industry now that things are beginning to tick over and that things could soon start moving forward. So it's not just at Arsenal who are struggling to sell players at the moment. You look at everywhere, there's not many deals, certainly in the top leagues across Europe at the moment, really going through. So I wouldn't be too worried about it at the moment. Gary there says, will Arsenal spend big? And Winner, they're asking about what is the transfer budget. I can't give you a transfer budget. It's impossible because I just don't know what it is. I don't think anyone knows what it is. The budget is whatever the Cronkies allow Arsenal to spend. I don't think that there's not like a set number that's been said, as certainly as far as I'm aware. And I think they will spend this summer. I've said that before. I think it's not going to be the Cronkies dipping into their own pocket. That's not going to happen because they don't do it. But they will find a way of allowing Arsenal to at least move in the transfer market. That will be, whether that can be, we've seen the Barclays loan that's already been taken. That's going to certainly allow Arsenal a little bit of movement in the transfer market. There'll be other ways of shifting money around to make things available. You know, I'm still expecting Arsenal probably will go out and end up signing 4 or 5 players this summer. I'd be surprised if they don't because this squad needs changing. Mikel is very, very keen on getting the squad changed, and the work is being done to get it done. So it's that horrible word of takeover, not for takeover, of patience. We just got a little bit of patience. Who was that there? Aquib said Daniel Ek taking over. I wouldn't hold out too much hope for that, I'm afraid. I've said it many a times. I just can't see the Cronkies selling. Have to take a really huge offer, and certainly the numbers that we're seeing at the moment, you know, even this second bid that I'm not sure has even gone in yet, of north of 2 billion, I'm just not sure that's going to be enough to tempt the Cronkies into doing business. I think you'd have to go to around 3 or 4 billion. I'd just be very surprised. All the word you get from Arsenal, everyone who knows and deals with the Cronkies, they do not sell. They won't sell. And so I'd be very surprised if Daniel Ek is successful in this takeover. No clarity on AMN at the moment there. Someone was asking. Let's see who that was. That was Ted. No clarity on that yet. I mean, AMN said it himself the other day in an interview that he wants clarity on it, but it's not come yet, and he's still having to wait to see what's going to be happening. Personally, I think the time is right now for Arsenal to move on. If he doesn't want to play it right back, where there could potentially be an opportunity for him at Arsenal, I don't think he's going to get a go in midfield. So it's time probably to move on this summer. Apologies for those beeps. Like I said, my washing's done. I need to go and hang out on the line after I've done this. People asking again there for Basuma updates. I've got to say again, I said it earlier on in this video, that there just isn't really an update on it at the moment. It's not, as far as I'm aware, I've not been told that Arsenal have really pushed forward on their interest that they hold in him at the moment, and it's just pretty much as you were for the end of the season. So I think he's away on holiday at the moment, in fact. So I'm not sure anything's going to be happening with him. Matthias Pereira, someone just asked that. It's absolutely a player, I think, personally, opinion-wise, that Arsenal should be having a look at this summer. I really like Pereira. I think he's really impressive. Did so well for West Brom. I haven't been told. I think a few people have mentioned him as a possible Arsenal target. I haven't been told that they are looking at him at all, but I think he's certainly an option for that attacking midfielder position. In my opinion, that is not. I'm not saying he's an option for Arsenal. I'm saying for me, I think he fits the bill perfectly, and I think he's a good age, knows the Premier League, and would be a decent addition. So interesting to see where he ends up at the moment. Emile Smith-Rowe contract, people are asking about there. We'll have to wait and see in terms of when that announcement comes. I'm convinced he will sign a new contract. I'd be very, very surprised if he doesn't. You know, he's an Arsenal Arsenal boy. He's playing. He's playing regularly. He's going to have a big part to play next season. Arsenal love him. I just think it'll be a matter of time before that contract gets signed. I can't imagine there's going to be too many issues with that one. Fine. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Someone asking about Jack Grealish. It's just not going to happen. Come on, Arsenal are not going to sign Jack Grealish. I would love if this is if I get proved wrong by this, and these comments come back and people mention them to me when Arsenal are proudly showing off Jack Grealish holding the number 10 shirt at the Emirates on a photo shoot later this summer. But come on, it's just I just can't see there's any way that they could possibly sign Jack Grealish. It'd be too expensive. Aston Villa hold all the cards in that one, and if he does go, he'll end up going to someone like Manchester City. I just can't see it, I'm afraid. So I wouldn't get too excited about thinking Jack Grealish is going to come to Arsenal. Honestly, I get so many questions about Jack Grealish. Really surprises me that so many people think Arsenal could get him. Someone asking about Bellerin. I still expect Bellerin to go this summer. I haven't heard anything sort of moved on in terms of firm interest from anyone else. I know the Betis were interested in him. They ideally were looking at a loan for Bellerin, which, Arsenal don't really want to send him out on loan. They want to get as much money as they possibly can for Hector. So I haven't heard anything move forward with that, but I do expect he will be heading off at some point during the summer. Nikhil says, why can't we spot talent like Bellingham? That was something Arsenal was built on. Well, Arsenal did spot Bellingham, but talent like Bellingham. They tried to sign him. They were very close to signing him twice while he was at Birmingham. They knew all about him. They tried. They were really, really close to signing him. They thought at one point they were going to get him. Ended up not happening. He signed his pro contract at Birmingham. So Arsenal were absolutely aware of Bellingham. And also they have talent, that quality coming through at the moment. You just wait until you see Charlie Coutinho. Fingers crossed his development continues on the path that it's progressing at the moment. Real excitement about him. He's only 17, will be 18 in a couple of months. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Coutinho get some sort of minutes this season in the first team, maybe in the FA Cup, in the first sort of third round of the FA Cup. It's a shame for players like him, Miguel Aziz, Amari Hutchinson, that Arsenal aren't in Europe next season. If they'd have got in, say, the Conference League, they could have got a real good opportunity in that. So I wouldn't say that Arsenal missed out on Bellingham and that they don't have players like that, because they do have players like that coming through. But Bellingham also is a little bit of a one-off. He's just the physical side of Bellingham, for the stature of him for such a young man is so impressive. It means he can step up at 17 and play senior football and look as comfortable as he can. So, but yeah, keep your eye out for Charlie Coutinho. He's one hell of a talent. More people talking about any truth in the Coutinho vids. I have to say, I haven't even seen anything about Coutinho. I know it happens every single transfer window. Arsenal get linked with Coutinho, but I haven't seen anything fresh today. Have I missed something? I'll have to check afterwards. After I finish on this, because I haven't seen anything fresh on Coutinho, and all I can say is what I always say about him is that I just don't. It's an easy link with Arsenal, obviously with the Kia Joorabchian link, but every time he's ever been mentioned as a possible target for Arsenal, that I'm always told that it's not going to happen. So yeah, that's as far as I'm aware. But maybe it's different this summer. Maybe Arsenal will look at him, but I've not heard anything on it myself. Stop asking me about Jack Grealish. Come on. It's all about transfers. Anyone got any questions that aren't about transfers? Well, I know it's in the transfer window at the moment, so maybe I'd be pushing my luck to ask about it, to get questions on anything else. But no, Aaron Ramsey's not going. Again, I don't want to. I'll probably tempt fate and end up looking stupid, but come on, I can't see Arsenal not going to let Aaron Ramsey go a couple of years ago, decide not to give him a new contract, only to sign him back a couple of years later after a couple of injury plague seasons with Juventus. So no, I wouldn't be too excited about Aaron Ramsey coming back to Arsenal. As much as I love Aaron Ramsey, I think that's been and gone now. And it would be a real shame. Is Tierney injured? He's not in the Scotland squad today. Who said that? Reece Harvey. Is that true? I haven't seen that Tierney's not in the squad, but again, I haven't been looking on my internet since I've been starting this. I've not heard that Tierney's injured. That would be a massive blow for Scotland if he misses out today. Team news will be announced in about an hour from that. Sorry, in about 10 minutes for that game, wouldn't it? Oh, he's not. No Tierney. I mean, he must be injured. Tierney must be injured if he's not in the Scotland squad. Yeah, I'm just seeing it now. It's all over my timeline on Twitter. That is a real shame for Kieran Tierney. You've been absolutely dreaming of this moment for so long. And he's not in the Scotland squad to play Czech Republic. Real shame. Must have picked up an injury in training. I'm sure we'll find out very, very soon. Steve Clarke will no doubt be talking to the media ahead of that game, and he will say what's going on with Tierney. So that's a real shame for Kieran Tierney. Right, I'm going to take another couple of these and then going to call time on it. No, Orba, I can't believe that Arsenal would allow Aubameyang to leave this summer. I'd be very, very surprised. Unless a huge transfer bid came in for him, I just can't see. They've got so much to do this summer. They can't really. I think you decide to sell your captain and your main striker. I'd be very, very stunned. I think Aubameyang will certainly still be here next season. Thoughts on the new kits? There's a non-transfer question. I like them, as always, with the Adidas kits. I'm not a little bit too Ajax for me, the home kit, but still nice. Someone asking about Nabil Fekir there. I've seen reports saying that Arsenal had bids rejected for Fekir over in Spain, but I don't think that's the case. I know that they have been interested in him. They have watched him. I mean, they've looked at him. He's been someone that's been discussed, but I haven't been told that that had progressed at all. I suggest they're looking at other targets when it comes to the attacking midfield option rather than at Nabil Fekir. Right, that's going to be it for me, everyone, today. Sorry, it was pretty short. What we're up to 22 minutes at the moment, but I've got stuff I have to do this summer, this lunchtime. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will try and do a couple more of these ones when I'm less hungover during as the summer progresses as well. So I hope you had a good Monday. If you're going to sit back and watch the Scotland game without Kieran Tierney, what a shame that is, then enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the football, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Have a good one, everyone.